Hello everyone. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then subscribe to this channel. Evaporating Trails. The riddle of Tara Calico in the peaceful town of Belen, New Mexico, where the dry scene loosens up like a material under the immense desert sky. The puzzling vanishing of Tara Calico on an apparently conventional morning sent shockwaves through the local area and then some. It was September 20th, 1988, when Tara, a lively 19-year-old intensely for cycling, set out for her normal bicycle ride along roadway 47. However, that day, Tara didn't get back. As hours transformed into many days into weeks, the very close local area was grasped by dread and disarray. Tara's disappearing turned into an unpleasant riddle that wouldn't be settled, abandoning a path of unanswered inquiries and broke trusts. The examination into Tara's vanishing was comprehensive, with policing from across the state pooling assets to look through everywhere of the immense desert scene. However, notwithstanding their endeavors, the case remained cool, covered in secret and hypothesis. Perhaps of the most bewildering hint arose 2 months after Tara's vanishing, when a Polaroid photo was found in a parking area in Port St. Joe, Florida, more than 1,600 miles from Belen. The chilling picture portrayed a young girl and a little boy, both bound and choked, lying on what had all the earmarks of being the rear of a van. Many accepted the lady looked similar to Tara, reigniting trust that she could in any case be alive. Notwithstanding, neither Tara nor the kid in the photo were at any point convincingly recognized. Years transformed into many years, and the instance of Tara Calico stayed strange, a frightful mystery that waited in the aggregate memory of the people who realized her and the people who had followed her story. Endless hypotheses arose throughout the long term, going from snatching to willful vanishing, yet none gave substantial responses. One hypothesis that built up some momentum was that Tara had been the survivor of a neighborhood group of thugs working nearby. Reports twirled about unlawful exercises concealed underneath the apparently peaceful surface of Belen, and some speculated that Tara had coincidentally found something she wasn't intended to see, prompting her snatching. One more hypothesis recommended that Tara's vanishing was associated with her dad's work as a sheriff's representative. Some accepted that she could have been designated for the purpose of counter or terrorizing. However, there was no proof to help this case. In spite of the absence of substantial leads, Tara's mom, Patty Dole, would not surrender trust. A large number of years, she eagerly lobbied for equity for her little girl, showing up on TV programs and talking at gatherings in a tireless journey for replies. Then, at that point, in a shocking new development, almost 30 years after Tara's vanishing, a potential advancement arose. In 2016, a lady approached professing to be Tara Calico. Referred to just as Jane Doe, she recapped a frightening story of kidnapping and bondage, charging that she had been held hostage for quite a long time prior to figuring out how to get away. Specialists were at first confident that the secret of Tara's vanishing could at long last be addressed. Notwithstanding, DNA testing at last demonstrated uncertain, leaving the lady's actual character being referred to. Regardless of this misfortune, the disclosure reignited public interest for the situation, provoking re-established endeavors to disentangle reality. As the years extended on, the secret of Tara Calico's vanishing kept on enamoring the creative mind of beginner investigators and easy chair analysts the same. Books were composed, narratives created, and digital broadcasts recorded, each endeavoring to reveal insight into the dim mysteries that lay covered underneath the sands of Belen. However, for all the hypothesis and conjecturing, reality remained adamantly tricky. Tara's destiny stayed a secret, her vanishing an eerie sign of the delicacy of life and the profundities of human mercilessness. Today, the town of Belen actually bears the scars of Tara's vanishing, a consistent sign of a misfortune that won't be neglected. The roads where she once rode her bicycle are currently fixed with commemorations and recognitions, a demonstration of the getting through effect of her misfortune. As the years transform into many years, the secret of Tara Calico's vanishing perseveres, a puzzle enveloped by a conundrum, ready to be unwound by those fearless enough to look for reality. Furthermore, however time might have dulled the torment, the memory of Tara Calico lives on, a flashing fire in the obscurity, directing the people who try to wander into the unexplored world. Following re-established interest in Tara Calico's case, new leads started to surface, offering a promise of something better to the people who had long looked for conclusion. One such lead came as a letter got by the nearby sheriff's office, stamped from an unassuming community in Arizona. The letter contained enigmatic pieces of information and references to areas that appeared to allude to Tara's whereabouts. Anxious to follow any lead that could reveal insight into the secret, policing sent off another examination, fastidiously going through the subtleties of the letter, looking for pieces of information. They backtracked Tara's latest developments, returning to key areas and talking observers in the desire for uncovering new data. In the meantime, novice detectives and online networks devoted to addressing cold cases mobilized together, pooling their assets and ability to aid the quest for Tara. Online entertainment stages hummed with hypothesis and examination as rocker analysts analyzed each part of the case, poring over old photos, witness explanations, and police reports looking for overlooked subtleties. Amidst this re-established examination, a frightening discovery was made. A neighborhood occupant coincidentally found a secret dugout settled somewhere down in the desert, its entry hidden underneath a cover canvas. Inside, specialists found proof suggesting that the fortification had never been utilized as a stopgap refuge, complete with provisions, bedding, and different arrangements. The disclosure sent shockwaves through the local area, energizing hypothesis that Tara might have been held hostage in the fortification, despite her desire to the contrary. Policing carefully recorded each thing tracked down inside the dugout, expecting to reveal DNA proof or different signs that could connect it to Tara's vanishing. As the examination unfurled, a progression of surprising, exciting bends in the road simply developed the secret. Peculiar images and enigmatic messages were found scribbled on the walls of the shelter, their significance covered in secret. A few conjectured that they were crafted by an unhinged individual, while others accepted they held the way to opening reality behind Tara's vanishing. With each new disclosure, the quest for Tara Calico took on a unique kind of energy, drawing public consideration and provoking a rush of public interest for the situation. Broadcasting companies circulated specials committed to Tara's story, while online discussions hummed with hypothesis and paranoid fears. Regardless of the progression of time and the many difficulties that lay ahead, one thing stayed certain: the quest for Tara Calico wouldn't end until the fact of the matter was at last uncovered. Whether she was alive or dead, the responses to the secret of her vanishing lay covered someplace in the desert sands, ready to be uncovered by those courageous enough to search them out.